Hash, the second map between these two teams, the pick of fnatic. There aren't much stats for either of these teams. They haven't played enough of it in the last 3 months. So as far as we're concerned, this is going to be an opened map just as the previous one was. It was a pick of NiP, but again, the stats were kind of close and the game was kind of close as well. fnatic will be seeking revenge after maybe giving away Overpass from a strong position, 14-10. It couldn't convert any more rounds. What are your expectations, Dan?
Ooh, it's a difficult one. I think on the desk they summed it up fairly well, just saying that this is a map where it's kind of like Inferno in a sense, where everyone kind of knows how to play it. There's not any huge level or degree of innovations. I think I'm favoring NiP. I think individually across the board, I feel like we're going to see more consistency. We're going to go into knife here. I don't know if there really, for me, is a side that would really favor one team or the other. I think I would like to see. I actually don't even know at this point. I think because with these two teams, I think this is going to be a really close one. Whichever way you cut it, I think this is going to be a really close game. I don't know, do you fall one way or the other?
Well, we don't really have data on cash for these two teams at the moment, so I have no idea. I think Overpass was a good warm-up for Draken. Obviously, this is a more open map, and I think snipers will be important. We did see Twist picking the AWP over JW in some rounds, although some of the close ranges weren't quite working out for JW. So I think different ranges, different AWPers can have different success at different ranges. So that is something to consider when we look at the evidence that we saw from fnatic in that previous game. So there are question marks on if the medium and longer ranges will be more beneficial to the people who pick up the sniper rifles. I think it will be a competitive map for sure. I don't think it's going to be dominant for either team, but I don't favour either side. Maybe actually I would slightly favour Ninjas in Pyjamas because I feel like we saw more structure for them and they made less obvious mistakes on the CT side, like when we saw the overextension of fnatic, which I think may have cost them a round. We didn't see the same thing, although fnatic maybe tried to punish that. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. We are into the pistol. NiP on the CT side. Forest will have the grenades and the defuse to get Kevlar for everybody else. No P250 for the T side of fnatic. They do have grenades, though. I do wonder, I was going to say some post-plant grenades, but it might be some... Oh, no!
I was going to say that lineup looked a bit weird, honestly.
They can see it through the shutter as well, so they know what the plan was. They're halfway there. I think that was for the smoke that NiKo likes to throw, but maybe they won't be required because the frags are coming through for fnatic anyway.
Yeah, it's actually okay. It's working out. They will guarantee the bomb plant, which is always nice and good. And we'll see the flashbangs come through for Forest. Get his teammates close. This is still really doable here for the CTs. Nice shot from Rez. That's not always easy to connect that one, the player that's boosted up. And they are just wiping the floor with fnatic now on the retake. Not bad at all. Crimson. Oh my god! Lecro, Forest, Rez just absolutely murdered this A-bomb side. But the bomb did go down for fnatic, so that's, you know, they can be happy with that.
Yeah, the bomb was planted. That's not a good start, though, after maybe a frustrating end to Overpass. I don't think I've ever seen a smoke grenade hit the ceiling from that position before, so... But again, better it happens in round 1 than it happens in round 29.
No, as you said, it didn't actually impact anything ultimately, so... I don't think.
Well, they lost the round.
Well, they still got the bomb down, though.
I know, but they would like to win the round, Dan. I think it's fair to say.
Overrated.
Winning rounds is overrated.
Heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Indeed you did. All right, then. 5 Desert Eagles for fnatic. They will wait out the initial grenades of Ninjas in Pyjamas and then go for the raw peaks. You can see Get Right not holding an angle the entire time, so he'll make it harder for those Deagles to be effective. Will peek every now and then. Twist maybe hears him from his position. I'm not 100% sure. JW with the Honey Deagle Badger. Honey Badger Deagle. It's been a long day.
Wow.
It's been a long day. Honey Deagle Badger. Bloody hell.
I've never heard you say that before.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It seems so natural as well, which is what was disturbing. Either way, they are creeping up middle towards highway. Here, the fnatic side. trying to get those deagles to connect, and it's all about NiP denying the angles there. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Everyone's going down here in the middle position. Although Exist able to, or I should say Bron actually able to answer back there. And that will be that. So 1 kill, given the investment, it's okay. Nothing outstanding. But it will do for now. fnatic onto the Krieg for Brolan. Again, liking the Krieg. I think teams are finally starting to understand how to use it more. It has a pretty specific purpose, and you know, those long-range picks, those one-shots, you know, with the scope, you can actually hold some pretty nasty angles with it, where it's kind of favorable. So I am liking that, especially as an answer to the Orgs in certain positions, where the Orgs hold those longer-range angles for the headshot positions. It's a nice way to battle that as well.
Very quiet. Holding angles. Don't know if anybody's underneath the boost position. Let's see how they deal with it. Getting right up close with the MP9. He's got the shadow advantage should somebody come out of the T entrance to mid. Minute 10. fnatic just starting to get warm now in this particular round. Twist starts to look towards the white box, towards the Z position. You can see Forest has been boosted into the vent. It's a good start. Lekro taken out. Assumptions have been made though. Get right. Can't let him get too far away because he's got the MP9, and now he can quickly get an upgrade. Where does he choose to move? JW will catch him repositioning, so it will be traded eventually. Man advantage for fnatic for a time. Not very long though. Forest around the vent, taking JW out, but now Crims has position.
Pushing forwards quickly now into the side as the fire gets planted. And it's looking kind of awkward to get in for both teams, actually. Obviously, the CT's kind of holding. They know the time is of the essence here for the T side as they look to go for the plant. But Rez, with the backstab there with the UMP, is going to do a lot of damage. The money's getting out of hand here now for NiP. They're having a pretty good time of things. NiP looking pretty scary. It was interesting, you know, that that we had this time for, I think, a couple of years almost, where both NiP and fnatic, both obviously having dropped off of their former glories, and Swedish Counter-Strike in general sort of seemed to be an odd place where they were no longer sovereign. And so it's cool to see that, you know, NiP are the team that have found a way forwards, and fnatic still looking to reclaim their identity. Still seeing a lot of the same names as well, which is nice. Nice to keep the history in there. And fnatic actually causing some problems here. Nice little deagle shot coming in earlier there from Brolan as they look to work onto the A-bomb site. There's enough players here for NiP to offer a defense though.
There you go. Crims managed to deliver his smoke this time. Maybe some jet lag issues there, who knows. But fnatic with a solid execute into the B bomb site. The Molotov, will it come in time to do significant damage? The bomb will get planted, and Rez wonders what has happened to his teammates. It's a 4 versus 1 situation. Not only will fnatic win the round, but they will steal many weapons away from Ninjas in Pyjamas as well. So they'll make a lot of money in this particular round. Rez will have to back off. fnatic finding their first round early enough, let's say, and making this one very expensive for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Get Right and Lekro currently with $0 in the bank. That's going to be an issue. Well then, let's see if fnatic can have a change of fortune herein. They need it, especially after the way Overpass went down, but we'll let go of that for now. Focus on the future. First round on the board, lovely stuff. They take a bunch of rifles into this one. Silence them for Exist. I do wonder if we will see, there was a time, I guess, when the fire rate of the Silence them 4 was faster, where some players on the T side would drop an AK-47 and pick up a Silence them 4. Maybe the extra ammo in a magazine isn't enough for that to happen. But when you've only got a pistol, opportunists will be so. Speaking of only pistols, Lekro will have the Desert Eagle around the rifles of his teammates for this round. Still very dangerous though. We'll see what he can do.
Holding across the width of the map there for fnatic, just chilling out at this point. Might be going for a delayed mid-take. With a setup like this, it's just, you know, just holding for aggressions. They're not even really harassing themselves or making any plays. And so indeed, the around 1 minute mark go towards middle. Get a boost in there. It's pretty expected timing. You don't really necessarily know how many players are going to put through middle, but around the 1 minute mark, if you've seen really nothing going on, it's kind of likely that a lurker could be set up there. That's something that Get Right may have to worry about, being the highway player. Draken moving forwards, close to the smoke with the AWP scoped in. He really likes to get in the action. Oh man, okay, Lekro, nice headshot coming in there. This is a bit labored for fnatic. They're not able to, the spacing is not really there. Twist does get the pick onto Draken, who was playing aggressive. This is an odd round, but it looks like it is going to be recovered by fnatic on the A side at least.
Re-smoke for the cross, get right in the smoke, but the forklift positioning will be challenging. Does he dare push through the smoke? I think he does. Creeping, maybe quietly. There's a first shot. Doesn't see the play by forklift. He will get traded. That would have been such a big frag for him. fnatic retain a man advantage while they close in on the site ninjas in pajamas, and that's the benefit of those smokes being down. It allows them to get closer so they can get shot in the chest and the face. And there's another round in the bag for fnatic, and they've broken the money for ninjas in pajamas. Opportunity knocks for fnatic.
They're having a lot of success with the walk-in A type strats. I mean, I say walk-in, obviously, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but when they decide to just finish the round in A with a bunch of grenades, fnatic have had much success. So that's something that I think we'll have to see whether or not there will be adjustments for NiP when it comes to that. We have not seen yet really any aggression from NiP. We've not seen, oh, very nice. We have not seen any mid takes, any B main aggression, squeaky aggression, A main aggression, pop flashes. You know, you don't even have to go all the way deep. You can just go for a pop flash play, get a peek behind it. So I would imagine that we should surely see something like that coming into play here, because when fnatic are able to just walk onto the bomb sites, it seems like they're just consistently successful so far, and it's getting a bit dangerous.
Buys out for Ninjas in Pajamas. We have the emergence of an org. Forest has been on the side next to them for forever. Rez will pull one out as well. 3-2-3. The score has been tied by the likes of fnatic. Some spray towards Z connector. Do all of 4 HP. Ooh, we have a sneaky boost into what is commonly known as the Shroud position. I think he was having an operation on his arm today/yesterday, depending on your time zone, after a wild incident with a very powerful scooter that he had recently purchased. So best wishes to him. Get Right will be taken out first on Cash in round number 7. Twist will get some harassment on the A bomb site from the squeaky door position. Not scoping in. That would have been a lot of information. Or some, not a lot. fnatic have got the checkers area, so Rez is in a lot of trouble, and he won't last very long. The counter flash doesn't come in time. See Forrest throwing the flash so he could peek behind it, but he's already gone. He's history. And it seems that NiP will be saving already. They've been outmaneuvered towards the B bomb site. They've got 3 players to the 5 of fnatic, and it's just not worth it at this point.
Yeah, it really isn't. It feels like they don't have any traction on the map, NiP. It feels like they're just sort of hanging out, and NiP don't seem to be taking the initiative. And or rather, I should say, it feels like they're playing too reactively. That fnatic get to play their game to a degree where it seems like it's not really being disrupted or made more complicated than perhaps it otherwise should be. Hello. Oh, that's not gone well. Will Draken survive? Oh, he might just survive. Twist. Oh my goodness, with the AWP. That's a bit sketchy there, but they will survive.
Ooh, big green gun.
With some guns. I didn't see quite what the situation looked like there with the guns that they saved and all the money and so on, but we'll be back to that in a moment.
Scores on the doors, Dan. It is early, though. Can't read too much into it. I like to see 0 in the assist column. Clinical finishing. Surgical precision. Blah, blah, blah.
Words.
Indeed. 3 pistols for Ninjas in Pyjamas and 2 rifles. It's not an ideal situation for them. No AWP either, which would be helpful to have an early opening. We see the boost on B exist. Doesn't know how much trouble he could be in. Oh, almost, but not quite. This will only last so long. And is Crim's going to creep into the checkers position? Or has he gone through the smoke instead? I can't tell from the radar. No, he's in checkers. Standard stuff. Nobody behind the box, and being a little careful. Spotted one player near the default position, spots him again. But what else lurks in the B bomb site?
So NiP actually took the aggression and they got the info that this is definitely a B place. It's quite laboured and slow for fnatic, but if they get the kills, it doesn't really matter. And they seem to be doing so. They have all the utility behind them as well to clean out these positions, so it looks like it's going to work out pretty damn well. That deal had to do something from Rez, in reality, for them to stand a chance to win this round. Draken will find one in the flank, and that's actually an M4 that Lekr could pick up and they could try to save into the next round. So that's pretty much job done. You can see Lekr picking that one up. And he's with Kevlar as well, actually. So yeah, they save all of what they have now. That's pretty nice. But apparently Twist is going to find Draken with the AWP. So that kind of sucks.
More is better.
Yeah.
More frags is better if you are fnatic in this particular round.
That's a shame that Draken got caught there.
Well, that's a shame for half the people on the server.
I wonder if he was trying to hold the angle, actually.
Ooh, that's juicy. That is full of juice. Oh, nice. Okay, then.
Well done, Get Right. He's done some good damage, at least.
But no weapon to be collected. He will be denied. He will have his... Brolands will be imposed on him. 5-3 in favor of fnatic. NiP back on the buy again. That last run wasn't ideal for them. They tried to do what they could. And now they can do a lot more, potentially. But fnatic may not allow that. A fully equipped fnatic. It's a pretty good buy for Ninjas in Pyjamas as well. Draken on the AWP, as is Twist. See that middle panel between the glass? That's where you throw a flashbang if you are throwing one on the T side and your teammate is peeking underneath. Know your lineups. Chris J often throws that one, so you can look at his demos. Draken's taken some damage. Hasn't seen anybody just yet, though. Quiet game of cash right now. Crim's lurking outside the B-bomb site. Break the glass for a potential execute of grenades later on. 3 grenades being thrown, 4 into the B-bomb site. This may be to invite a response from Ninjas in Pyjamas, or maybe for a fake of some description, Dan.
Yeah, is there a flash for Rez? I think Rez might want some more info.
Ugh.
Nice. That's actually awesome to know their angles. This is scary for Rez. It's a world where he gets shot in the face through the wall.
See Crim's angle as well, in case they try to punish, say, a reload from an AWP. Crims can deal with some of it. And now here is the real execute from fnatic. That's a very important frag from Crims, running through the smoke. Flames all over the B bomb side. The trades are there, but the flashes are here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. It stops Twist from going through the smoke. And the bomb site is secure for now. However, we have presence on the A bomb site in JW, and the bomb is rotating in that direction.
Oh, but Twist is looking completely in the wrong spot. As Draken pops out from Z connector. And we get a 2 versus 2. That's almost connecting. Deep incendiary there from Get Right as Draken 3 positions around the car. That smoke on highway is really annoying for Get Right. Doesn't really want to wait that one out. It's going to rotate around, join up with Draken, and this is going to be so difficult. Flash in to try to cover his approach. And they're both sitting on a core position. Get Right trying to see what he can find here as he wraps around the side. Not actually sure what the second player is. They're both playing from quad, and CTs do not realize it. Oh, Get Right, though. He will double check it. Beautifully done. Excellent round, but is there time? I don't know. It's going to be close. Ooh, just about has it. Great stuff there from Get Right. Really nice save. What a round coming in from them. I mean, that was awesome start to finish that round, the way the defense was going. I really liked how Rez handled himself around those positions. The support from Forest. Get Right coming in just in the nick of time to stop the B attack working. The race back to A. That was a cool round.
Yeah, the second kill there, really important. I didn't think he had time, but he did. Couldn't hear the bomb over the gunshots. Quick Molotov towards that boost position. Is there a smoke? I think there is, because they're quickly up there. Krim's up top. Draken had an opportunity, a slight one. Spots the play crossing to the left-hand side. Oh, he's being teased. He's got the flick for twist on the right-hand side. Goes back to the well. Misses a shot on Brolan. fnatic all over that mid position. And JW very quickly towards this position. Picks up the AWP as well to look up towards A. Looking to punish a peek. He could get peeked from the toxic barrels, but here comes a peek from E-Box. Misses his own flick. Strafing before shooting. Maybe cause some inaccuracy. There's still a man advantage for fnatic, however. And that player over towards A only saw JW, I do believe. And they quickly move towards B, where there's one player in the site. There could be some flashes over the top. There's the first one. And there is a nice spray from Rez. He's got a slight gap to stand in, but he won't last very long.
This could be a brutal awakening here for fnatic. After just winning that clutch from Get Right, we got a 2 versus 3. Oh, it's not looking too bad, though. They know now that the T's, Serenity T's, are on the bomb side, I think. So that is huge info. That actually makes things a bit favorable, depending how the nades connect. It's a good chunky damage there coming in from that HE. Lekr, can he finish him off there? Wrapping around the corner. Both players really low at this point. Oh, the headshots there, though, from Krims. Great stuff for fnatic. fnatic are finding good success on their T side so far. They have once again crippled the money of NiP.
Yep, the road will be long once again if NiP are to have some success on cash. fnatic now building confidence after a ropey finish to the previous map. It was the pick of NiP, this is the pick of fnatic. So now they can show people why they have chosen this map. Anti-eco territory, we have a flashbang, a smoke, 3 Desert Eagles, 4 Ninjas in Pajamas, and a big focus towards the A site, and that's why Lekr buys them. That's why his stickers are all over that weapon. Very dangerous, often has been, going back to the Godsent days. That was a highlight, even in the rounds that they were losing. So many Deagle frags from him. Keeping the opponent honest at the very least, sometimes winning the rounds as well. Rez trying to buy some space for himself, but he will die to shrapnel. And that is the B-bomb site taken by fnatic, so I think the worst is over, or should be. 2 Desert Eagles still lurk, and Forrest has got himself an AK-47, but no Kevlar.
Ooh. So it is scary, isn't it? Well, he's done. Lekr has been toasted. And Get Right looking to see if he can steal a gun away as well. Too much to find, though. Can he sneak in? Ooh. No, not quite. So that's that opportunity gone. Don't think he would have been able to collect a gun anyways. And Forrest will save the AK that Lekr so happily delivered to him with that 1 Deeg earlier on. And there you go. That's something. It's a little something going into that next round. fnatic, though, looking pretty dominant on this T side so far. Historically, I think it was really, towards the tail end of the fnatic era, where on cash, what you would see is, after the map, as Dorian alluded to on the desk earlier, it was CT-sided for a long time. fnatic were the first team that started to understand that actually, hang on, you know, if we understand the map control and tactics well enough, it's actually kind of a T-sided map, and they innovated that long ago.
smoke to bounce on the boost position in case there's a fast Molotov from Ninjas in Pyjamas, in case anybody didn't know what the purpose of that was. It allows fnatic to continue to boost up and have some cover. Can be quite sneaky. Brolan in the mid position very quickly indeed, but he won't last very long. NiP coming back with a vengeance. 2 frags unresponded to. Twist moving away from the B bomb site to a safer position. Draken creeping around. Got a tag onto Exist as well. Lovely adjustment from him, putting Exist onto 16 HP. 5 versus 3. JW's managed to sneak out, looking for some variance around the smoke grenades, but Draken is in position. He's in the rear with the gear. And now there's only 2 players remaining for fnatic. Get Right in an unlikely spot as well. That's an example of why so many positions are called Get Right. Now what can Twist do? He has announced his presence towards the B-bomb site, which means everywhere else, NiP will take much more aggressive positions, angles you wouldn't expect. No frags in that round, and maybe NiP can get something reasonable out of this half.
Yeah, just like that, it suddenly seems like NiP finds some form, getting some really, really good kills early on, winning middle. Cash is so much about that middle control. And I'm wondering if fnatic will go for a new approach. They've got the AWP on Twist. Where's he going to at the beginning of this one? He's going towards... Okay, so I think they're going to boost him up on the van. Yeah, they're going to boost him up the van, looking towards White Box. Over the boost, he looks, and he won't see anything just yet. The flames, obviously, a bit of an issue there, but Gera's playing close mids. And you don't... It's not super common that you find a pick from this position, but if you throw it in every so often, it can be really effective. Crim's actually, meanwhile, getting a pick onto Reds. That is a problem.
Re-smoke of the mid position. Plenty of deterrence from Ninjas in Pyjamas, and it seems they're going to go for a boost. Is Twist going to spot something? Oh, hello, and goodbye. A very swift goodbye. Now, there's a minute on the clock for fnatic. They know another player is under the boost position. I think maybe they have an angle on it with Brolan, but actually Lekro has escaped already. 5 versus 3. fnatic now just need to pick where they want to go and capitalize on the situation. A pop flash towards A and a stack towards B from Ninjas in Pyjamas, it's looking like, but it hasn't really worked. Trying to force fnatic down to the bottom of the map. 38 seconds left. Need to leave yourself time for error correction. So we would like fnatic to execute in timely fashion, considering their advantages. Still not moving through the choke point of A main, however. They'll be safe on this occasion. But if the stack was over there, then who knows what might have happened.
I think Forrest actually must have... Did he hear Crims moving around there? I'm not sure that he did or not. There's a timing here. Oh my god. Got no idea that Crims is so close. Or does he? I don't know. Either way, it will be a likely scenario here where NiP keep all 3 players alive. That would be really important for them. Obviously, you can see their money's not perfect. And they're trying to take more forward positions here. Lekro will spot Crims. And you do not want to drop these AKs at this point. They are going to take you so far, I think, in the following rounds. This is so scary, though. Forrest, is he going to be ready for this? Crims blowing open the vent. Forrest definitely ready for that. And looks like a gentleman's agreement. No one else to go down. And the AKs will continue on for NiP.
2 rounds remain in the first half. Are we looking at a 10-5 scoreline? I do wonder, but I won't have to wonder for too long. Double AWPs for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Do we have a spawn-based play, perhaps? Maybe we do on the T side. Twist maybe looking for a play to cross towards that white box position early. He's got a forward spawn for it. Ooh, he's going even deeper towards Z. Not hitting anything just yet, being hit a little bit. He'll continue to spam, try to stop anybody making their way under the boost in case they are. That's often why you see fnatic, or sorry, T side spraying through a smoke in that position. Rez kept honest towards B at the same time where one of the 2 AWPs is. Draken towards A with the other one. And there is the burst of a Krieg. It's been a problem for CT side so far in the series and continues to be so. Brolan being a pain, a thorn in the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas, giving fnatic an early man advantage, but that may change surely. JW's not ready for this. Lekro pretty damn deep. Oh, Draken not hitting the mark there. He had the angle. Surely it was his advantage. Now it's a 4 versus 3. They can't afford to lose duels like that.
Yeah, and just after getting that initial kill in the A main position, after all that hard work, and we haven't seen NiP being super aggressive or that active, and I think that's been part of the problem for them. Taking forward map control as CTs is really critical in this day and age of cash. Bro, it's such a presence. Nice peek coming in from Lekra, but look at the damage he took, down to 16 HP. I like all over the B-bomb side. Do NiP want to go for this, or are we going to see another 3-man save? Rez is running. He's looking to get something out of this. Is he just going to go for it? Oh my god, through the smoke. That's so risky. I don't know how he's still alive. 2 players on the bomb side there for fnatic, and Twist playing B main with the AWP. A double AWP retake into B. I don't know about this.
Yeah, they need to be given something by fnatic in this situation. But maybe this angle from Crims, I was going to say, would close it out, but maybe not. Does that spur them on? Can get around distraction jumping in? Not for long. He'll get taken out in the sky by Twist. The clay bursts into little pieces. Flashbangs. Exist will finish off Lekro, and they will lose everything in this round, Ninjas in Pajamas. But for the most part, they've got money. Forest almost on 12k, so it doesn't matter too much, as we are now into the last round of the first half. 9 rounds for fnatic, and really, I do think that 10 doesn't look too far away in this half of them.
Yeah, I mean, this might end up looking like overpass potentially. It's really hard to say with these two teams. The other thing too is that this is a Swedish derby. You know, it's a matchup where the teams and players are so familiar with each other that things can be a little bit weird here or there. So always hard to predict these matchups. And as we go into the last round, we'll see vast presence. The HE's reigning in there. It's beautiful. It's very. It's not often you see the HE kill happen at that time in the round in that manner. So it's on Cash specifically. That is not a good look for NiP. They're stuck on 5 rounds. They really need this next one. That's phenomenal. JW, he's woken up into Cash. Oh my god. Oh, have mercy.
Thank you for playing. That is beautiful from JW. And that is quite the statement in the last round of the first half. A great response from fnatic after losing the first map. That's just fantastic from them.
Yeah, but again, it's hard to see which way this actually goes. Swedish Counter-Strike is a bit of a different beast to other regions, and so I feel like, you know, it's got its own set of rules that we'll have to investigate as things play out into the second half. Obviously, you know, NiP once again that situation where they really need that pistol again. Get off to a somewhat of a start, and we'll see if they're able to do it. That is, the pistol really is still one of the biggest parts of variance in Counter-Strike as far as how the outcome of a match can look. And we can see that no one really standing out here for the NiP side, I would say. Perhaps you would have liked to have seen more from Rez, given the nature of his performances, generally speaking. For the team, he's become much more consistent in recent days and weeks and months. It's really, really good to see. One of the most exciting new prospects, young upcomers in the Swedish pool of talent.
An extended pause at half-time. Well, let's see if they can do it again at NiP, but again, it does start at the pistol round. That would be a great way to begin the second half if they can win it. The same could be said for fnatic to try and close this one out decisively. So everybody will be very hungry for this pistol round once we eventually get there. So lots of deagles in that half. Not as many results as we've seen from other matches today. I wonder how often Crims has to shave his head.
Why are you jealous? Do you think it's a low amount or a high amount?
Why would I be jealous? I don't shave my head like that. He's bald. I'm not bald. I just have a 0.5 haircut when I go to the barbershop. So,
how often do you have to shave your head?
Every week. Every 6 days, ideally. But I tend to go every 7 days.
You need to learn how to do it yourself, James. Get
No,
the razor.
I'm too caveman. I can't. It's not a thing. Can't be putting blades on my head. I look like a 90s wrestler. Just be blood everywhere. Well then, let's get into it. What about now? Maybe now.
Yeah, not sure what the problem is.
It's a big mouse pad. I went to just. I will not use a mouse pad with a pattern on it anymore. It's got to be just plain black for me.
Why? Why not?
Because I used to use different mice to the mouse I use now, and once I got a mouse and a mouse pad by the same manufacturer, and you know when you've got like a hair underneath your optic, and it just makes you look at the ceiling immediately.
Right.
If it's like dirty or something. It was doing that, but on its own mouse pad was doing that because of the pattern on the mouse pad.
Oh,
I was like, you know what? I'm out. I can't do this.
I feel like most modern sensors don't have any issues with that.
Most is not good enough. There's just, if I just have a plain black one, then there's no issue to be had. So.
I'm surprised you never got into modding mice, actually.
No, I mean, I'm quite content with what I have, so no need to do that.
Well, we're off again. The second map here between NiP and fnatic in this best of 3. And it's so far looking really good, as you can see, for the fnatic side of things. NiP going and switching things up there through middle, straight through the vent, straight into the B-bomb side, or at least that's what they're going to try. Instant goosh onto Brolan. So now JW is going to be trying to take the action instead. Smoke down to get the cross and get the bomb down.
Can be planted for the Checkers position now, which is in possession of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Achievement unlocked. Plant the bomb in the pistol round. And indeed, it has been planted for the Checkers area. There's no retake grenades for fnatic, just the defuse kit. 2 players ran the vents as well, versus the Glark, and the low health player goes in first, second health player goes in headshot. Will receive the headshot, and that's the pistol round for Ninjas in Pyjamas. So now the score suddenly becomes close, unless they get wrecked in this particular round. We'll see what fnatic choose to do. They have bought nothing just yet.
It is really hard on cash, isn't it? It's not like an Inferno or a Train or something like that. That CT force, if you do go for it, it's really tough to make it work.
Some people think that cash is getting a reskin, essentially, but it's getting a lot more than that. If you look at some of the orange box pictures or whatever it was from FMPone, it seems that there's a heavy potential for significant changes to the map itself. So it's not about redesigning what you see or reskinning it if you were, but it's about significant changes. It will be a different map, it seems, when the new one is released.
I would like new maps, James. just new ones that have not been previously seen before. They're completely new. How about that? Why not that?
I mean, they're there. They're out there. We've seen them.
Yeah,
we play them. We
Valve
judge.
made ones.
We literally judge them. Valve made ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. Well, I mean, there's canals.
Well, they need to try harder, don't they?
I like canals, but I think with the canal itself, I don't know if that big open long space is appropriate for professional CS. You really don't know. The problem is getting data, but we'll have to talk about it later. Data for later. HE outside B. They'll do loads of damage to get right, but only get right, it seems. Plays in the sunroom. The glass has been smashed, and it's going to be a quick execute from Ninjas in Pyjamas.
This is interesting. Could work out kind of well, actually, because there's no utility for fnatic. Ooh, goodbye. Goodbye, Brolan. Oh, no. They're all going down. Okay, I think fnatic have got to be really cautious here. Again, they don't have any retake utility. You really need those smokes, the retake smokes, if the T side gets a bomb down and beat this quickly with 5 players left alive. And you can see, indeed, fnatic give up the ghost. Or do they? What is happening here? They're going to push forwards into the loving embrace of the NiP players, and they'll be pretty content with that, I think. Good angles held onto there by Draken, going for the taps. Could also do some additional damage. Even more damage. 3 kills for him.
Yeah, Crims with the big black Colt, one of the older skins in the game. and he will have it no longer. Another round in the bag for Ninjas in Pyjamas. fnatic now with $3,000 per person. A scout has been purchased by Crims. Curious to see what money he will have in the round after this one. See some kills here, but ultimately Ninjas in Pyjamas start to close the gap once more, just as they did on Overpass. It was a hell of a long road on Overpass, but looking a lot better at the moment. So we'll see what Crims can do with this scout.
HE's doing some work.
Ooh, Forest 3 HP now. Oh god, I feel disaster coming already.
Yeah, you can definitely sense it. The HP getting weak, getting low. Get low, get low. 3 players left for fnatic now though, and there's not too much left for them to offer, it seems. So looks like NiP have managed to stabilize. 3 players weak though. They'll pick up the bomb and make their way back towards the bomb site now. As long as they go together, they will be fine. Only a scout and a PT-50 to worry about. Speaking of which,
you make it sound so easy, Dan. I'm really not sure about this because this is exactly why they're low. He could one-shot another player as well. They don't have grenades for the cross, but the AK will do the job. So I think that was a lot more menacing. That's outside the entrance to A. People line up smokes with that face. Or mollies towards vent, I want to say. I never throw that one though, I could be wrong. But anyway, that could have been a hell of a lot worse. Exist and Rez trailing behind the rest of the players on the server. So we move into the next round. Now it's buy time for fnatic. Would love to see it. There we go. Double AWPs for fnatic. 2 players in the B bomb site. NiP moving in quickly. Is there a trade frag situation? Maybe it was a brief window, but ultimately no. They will not trade the frag. Brilliant. Does he spot the player in the sunroom? Doesn't want to be jumping too much. Or Twist will take the bullet. He didn't deserve to die so young.
Brolan creeping around. Creeping, crawling. JW picking up get right as well. Down to 3 now. NiP, they are in hot water. It's going to be beginning to rotate towards the A bomb site. And fnatic just playing it safe. 2 to a bomb site here, completely voiding middle. And we do have some nades here for NiP. No Molotovs though. And we'll have to see if that's going to be a problem. The smokes will start to come in, the flashbangs as well. It's going to be down to just hitting these headshots as they start to charge in. But there's 3 players there for fnatic. Draken, though, kicking things off nicely. But can they defend against the rest of the CTs here? Crims in a deep position around default. Looking to go for the peaks. That's the bomb. Oh, dear. Draken's got a hell of a lot of work on his hands. Oh, my God, what's going on here?
He has to find the shotgun frag there, but he won't. fnatic survive with 3 players. They will take 2 AWPs into the next round. There is money on most of the Ninjas in Pyjamas players, so they can keep the pressure high. But they, especially with the way they were playing towards B at the beginning of the last round, they really needed to get a trade of that kill. If they did, maybe they could try and barrel into the B bomb site. There was, of course, a second player there, but after that first frag, there was nothing for a time. Early Molotov from JW towards that boost position. Brolan goes back to Old Faithful. The usual grenades coming out from Ninjas in Pyjamas towards the B bomb site will allow NiP to peek into checkers if they want to.
All right, we've got 3 players for NiP towards Squeaky. This is quite unusual. And 2 players walking into B. What is going on here? They're in B. What's happening? This is so strange. Look, here's the rotation. They think it's going to be B. Oh my God, this is actually going to work. This is actually going to work. They're getting onto the A bomb site now. This is so weird. Nice shot from Forest, taking down Crims. He suddenly realized the mistake. Turning on a dime, but it's too late. And a 4 versus 4 here with the lurk still on the B bomb site. And that's the lurk there. Lekro picks off. I think Guardian.
It's not Guardian. Brolan.
Over to you, James.
Now they're kind of trapped. They've got to fear the player behind them in the B bomb site could potentially push at any time. So again, fnatic outmaneuvered in round number 21, and NiP will keep the score close. They will also move to double figures, and Draken will pick up a silence them before. He was on a deagle for a while.
How did they walk into B? That's so weird. In a 5 versus 5, just two of them just walk in. Because that couldn't have been the idea of the fake. Did they just walk into checkers and then just walk out of checkers? Or
we were over on the A bomb site,
yeah.
so there's a few things they could do. They had the smoke down at the first entrance to B, and sometimes you can gamble and walk through that smoke into the corner where CT sometimes stand. It's a position that you can spray through the smoke as a T. But sometimes the CT will walk into that position afterwards. But anyway, that's something they might have done. They had the molly and smoke into checkers pretty quickly, so they could have gone checkers as well. We don't know, but it was successful, whatever it was. The two AWPs were saved by fnatic, and they will continue in this round, of course. Still two players in B. Right now it's a 2-1-2. I think it was a 1-2-2 to start with. Get the initial grenades out in towards mid, and now they rotate elsewhere. Twist taking some early damage. And NiP starts slow. They're waiting to thin out the initial grenades of fnatic. And that has been done. Now they would like to invite more, perhaps, considering they've got time on the clock. There's a lot of grenades left. They haven't really used too much just yet, fnatic.
Yeah, same for NiP. NiP look like they had basically full nades as well. Except get right. JW looking to see what he can find. Again, this is around the minute mark is usually the timing when you see a delayed mid take.
Boosted at the back of A.
This spot's really good.
It's cool if you watch Azza play that position because he knows how to bounce the smoke off of the catwalk area to re-smoke A main from that spot.
Now NiP start to gravitate towards the A bomb side, going for that split through mid as well. The late split, Rez picks off Crims. Trading in there from Exist, but not good enough. He needed to do more damage here for fnatic to get themselves in safely on the retake. But the players now threatening up highway. Oh, that's a whiff there from JW. It's a very hard shot to hit. The YP coming in, and now they're threatening this close push with those AKs, and JW just can't take that fight reliably close range, so having to fall back here. Draken's got to be careful not to overextend. Don't need to give fnatic any ideas should they get a couple kills quickly.
Yeah, you want to make sure they're definitely saving. Running just across from Connector, fearing the chasing Ninjas in Pyjamas players, and they are being driven like pheasants. Shot out of the sky almost. Brolan will survive to fight another day. Won't end up on the plate today. Or will he? Hiding in the smoke at this point. Lecro just waiting, and there may just be time for some late action. Does he spray the smoke perhaps? Ooh, he was so close. Whacking a shoulder pad. Had the right side there. So close. 11-11. The lead has been lost by fnatic.
So fnatic have picked up 1 round and to NiP's 6, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. That's NiP on track. They're definitely on track here to take this one away from fnatic if fnatic don't tighten things up. And fnatic NiP have had some cool creative rounds. I'm still really curious about the round where they walked 2 out into B, because the reason why I find that so fascinating is because it looked like the intention with those 2 players was to fake the B bomb site. But obviously, if you can get 2 players on the B bomb site, like in the way that they did, without the other team realizing for so long, then you're really going to sell it. You're really going to sell it. So then it worked out really brilliantly. So it's been interesting to see how NiP have been playing this one. Double orbs coming into play for fnatic. JW and Twist on those. NiP looking to spread out for the typical default. Hello, but that's okay. Legro got the kill anyway, so it's all good.
That's
all
the most
good in the
important part. And they are suggesting and executing to the B bomb site. The flashbangs will work out great. Get Right's firing pretty well at the moment on Cash. Exist is here as well. counter flash and he will blind himself, so he doesn't have the information that nobody's there. They're moving quickly into the A-bomb site now, Ninjas in Pajamas. Crims is here on his own. He needs a rotation. He's got to buy time, but how does he do it? He needs to frag out. That's looking like his only choice at the moment. An off angle from him, good for one frag, but the trade is there for Forest.
Well, nice catching one on the cross there, JW. Faster cross. Catching the legs of Forest as well, jumping out of the quad position. They're going to dart behind the smoke through to the main area as well. Draken covering default. This is so much about timings here. The CTs can go around the side. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And now Forest is isolated behind the smoke. I don't know if that plant is visible, how visible that plant is for him. The CTs will surely be checking this now. He's been spotted. He has to win this fight, and he won't. Be the round there for fnatic. Good job to them on the retake. Pretty surprising there for NiP. They got 2 picks towards B. They're like, bomb site's open. There were 2 more players there. Don't often see that, so that worked out really nicely for fnatic.
Nice flick. Capitalize on the damage afterwards. Draken missing a shot there, and Forest in main. Nothing he could do. Right then. Ninjas in Pajamas around down once more. Double ups continue for fnatic. Had them for a while now. That's a very nice opening shot from JW. Back to his old self, it seems. Exist is here to do more damage. And maybe fnatic can get their momentum back from the first half, because they haven't really had it in the second.
Yeah, they got a decisive advantage here. I don't know what NiP are going to be able to do. 3v5. Gerro's basically dead on his feet. 33 HP. Well, it's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. Only a third of his health remaining.
All he needs is a headshot, Dan. You can't write these players off so easily. No,
absolutely. It is true. It is true. The problem is in spots like this, because you kind of need the element of surprise to beat out rotation, you almost don't want to throw nades, because then the CTs will have in most cases, even numbers at least, which is absolutely not what you want on the T side. You want to have a 3v2, a 3v1, etc. So it's just hard to engineer that position, but there you go. You got a teammate opening the door, and all of a sudden, it's starting to collapse here for the CT side. Beautiful picks onto the A-bomb side. And JW, oh, he goes for a re-peek to throw the molly to delay them. I don't know if that was worth it.
Well, we'll find out. Depends on how the round ends in this situation. The molly forcing the T's forward. 1 versus 2. They know where Twist is. Trying to plant the bomb, jumping in and taking another one. Oh, up on the box. Get right. Delivers another kill. He's 21 for 17. He's got so many important frags in this game of cash for Ninjas in Pajamas, and he continues to do so. Rescuing the AWP as well. And he looks fully focused. The score tied once again. The money weird for fnatic. Seems it may be eco territory for them. Yeah. Some can buy, some cannot.
Yes, definitely eco territory. Oh, they've got a weird buy though. I'm not sure what their loss bonus looks like though, so... Can I calculate it, James?
Don't even try it. It's not worth it.
Because I don't need to see the numbers. Draken, nice defense there. They are, of course, they're understanding that fnatic can't fall by here, so they're expecting aggression like that. So it's somewhat of a trivial defensive shot from Draken up on the van. Some harassment from the door. Couple deagles in play still. They're ever dangerous. 3 on, or 4 basically on the A bomb side here for fnatic. They pray, they hope that NiP will find their way forwards towards the safe side so they can get some opportunities to get some 1Ds. Well, Crim's got an opportunity, but he didn't land it, so...
Yeah, Ninjas in Pajamas making it as safe as possible. Exist will hear some footsteps towards the squeaky door. Avoids a flashbang. That was a nice play from him, but again, it's just too much to ask in a round such as this. Draken with the 1 AWP. He's got a spawn. It's not the best spawn, but he may feel inclined to peek mid with that spawn. We'll see what he chooses to do. Got to make sure his teammate doesn't block him. There's potential for that. So now we're down to the 1 AWP on fnatic, and Ninjas in Pyjamas are finally in the lead. A late comeback, just as it was on Overpass. I wouldn't say it was as worse, looking much better on Cash. But here we are. fnatic, can you convert in what remains of this half? That was close. That was also close. But everyone's still alive.
Yeah. One thing about Draken is that Draken often puts himself in positions where he has to hit really hard shots to get out of the spot. And I think because he's so skilled, I think that's conditioned him over time to make those, like to encourage him sometimes to go for those positions. Not saying that that one was, but it's just an observation I've had over the series. You know, he loves re-peaks, for example. He loves going for crazy re-peaks, and he can often deliver. So it's just an interesting dynamic. Minute to go, and NiP have got control of White Box with Forest. So they could set up an A split at this point. Could be likely. They haven't got any control towards B. In fact, it's Sunroom control there for fnatic, which has given them the ability to cheat a third player to that A bomb site. But Forest, he strikes from highway. No one was watching it, and that trap position's now no longer a surprise.
Lekro finds the right angle, but he can't find the frag. Crim's still up there, still a problem. He could sit on the lights above this door as well and make things even more weird and difficult for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They had the lead, but they don't look likely to keep it. Rez maybe looking away just at the wrong time. Draken comes up the short position. Dino plays on the site. Maybe this is still doable for them. Some pre-fire from Rez. He finally gets there. A smoke, a flashbang to help as well towards that E-box position. 360s, but no scope from Draken. And now he's alone. 7 seconds to plant the bomb, and that's going to be that. Twist for 2K, and the score is tied up.
Money's still good, though, for NiP to keep themselves buying again and again and again. And fnatic, it's actually a huge problem. If they lose this round, I think, based on how the reset mechanic works now, their money will actually be pretty broken. There is huge pressure for them to win this one. I think if NiP pick this one up, they're likely taking this map. Lots of pressure. Quick jump peek there to see if anyone's coming close. I think he actually missed some of the fnatic players moving forwards. Draken holding the AWP still. Going for the peek. It's really scary here. These angles, man. Twist, he's been really good so far, and he gets the headshot. He has ejected Get Right from the rounds, and that is absolutely what fnatic needed.
Twist, right place, right time with the 1 AWP. Rez answering back a little. They'll continue to exchange. Again, those extra bullets in the silence them for being enjoyed by Crims. Late game fnatic. Can they do what they couldn't on Overpass and take this to a third map? Smoke towards the Z position, it seems, at the minute mark, or just under. Flashbang up top. Allow Forest to have a peek. JW, though, under the boost position, continues to make it a good situation for fnatic. 4 versus 3 with 40 seconds remaining.
He did pretty damn good damage to Forest, all things considered as well. They're running as well. And 30 seconds to go. Twist picks off Draken. 2 more players left now for NiP. Is there a way? Is there some way that they can bring themselves back into this one? Doesn't look like it's all that likely. Forest now has picked up an AWP. Whew, that was close. I think if he'd peeked a little bit further, then that would have been Brolan toasted. Crims creeping around the back. Forest is done. fnatic win the all-important round. I honestly think if they had lost that round, that they would have just been completely broken. So a really big one to pick up. I would say that no one's really standing out too hugely here. I think it's cool to see Get Right at the top of the scoreboard for NiP, though. I think we... oh, I thought we had a tactical there. I was wrong. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, how about this? NiP essentially playing for overtime at this point. The Desert Eagles are out on the T side. fnatic in the late game find themselves in a strong position. That's the weapon collected. Just the one, though. No one has Kevlar, as you can see from the damage of that grenade. Brutal. So despite the pick and the collection of the weapon for NiP, this is still a strong position for Fnatic, in my opinion.
It's so funny because Draken, it almost looked like he tried to run in to steal the gun and got naded to oblivion for it. Like, it's just like punished really hard for picking to try to like get the gun. That was amusing to me.
Sometimes you can use a HE grenade if you see a weapon on the floor in a relatively exposed position. If you can throw HE towards the weapon from a relatively safe position, then you can blast the weapon away from the opponent, so they can't pick it up. It's not bad, is it?
Oh, who did we see that from recently? We saw that recently. That's so funny. Beautiful. I think it was Jacob actually. Awesome stuff with the orb. Twist. What else can he find? Well, this is going to take down one more, so a little bit of damage there, a bit of extra money in the bank. But that's it. As you said, NiP are playing for overtime. They've got to pick up 2 rounds in a row now. Really, they need to get a bomb plant if they want to have money for the following. Wait, what am I saying? If they don't win the round outright, it's over. So never mind. Bish, bash, bosh. Beautiful.
Exactly the word I was thinking of. All right, Ninjas in Pyjamas need 2 from 2. Fnatic need 1 from 2. Take this to map number 3, which is Mirage. Between these two sides, Fnatic have been 100% on Mirage in the last 3 months. NiP 71, reasonably strong for both. But let's see if it ends here or if it does go to Mirage. Not the best grenades in the world at this point for Ninjas in Pyjamas. A Galil for Get Right. He's lurking outside the B-bomb site as usual. But he doesn't have an angle on the site. And he has no grenades. So he's limited in what he can do. In the meantime, NiP will focus a lot of grenades into taking the middle position. JW's been taken out in the vent, I believe. But there are still 2 people towards B for Fnatic.
50 seconds to go as well, so NiP cut noise. You got the harassment from Rez. You don't. It's really hard to know what this means if you're on the CT side, because this can be to help shore up an attack towards A, force out some more grenades, or it can be for a lurk. And we can see NiP going for the B split now. Roland making himself known from Drip, and he will get 1, critically weakening Lekro. But you know what? I don't know if this is going to be happening here for Fnatic. It's very difficult. They're out of position. Very out of position. Great maneuvering there from NiP.
And Fnatic don't have the cash to afford to lose all of these weapons either. So the situation continues to become more interesting. More and more interesting. NiP moving to 14. AWP looking likely to be saved by Twist. I think Rez is considering investing in some hunting. You can see there's no money for either side in the hole, really. So NiP can't go too crazy looking to take some weapons away. Lekro getting taken out. I wonder if that slows down Rez towards that squeaky position. No one in there. He's charging forward. But again, not all the money in the world for NiP, and they need to focus on winning this round more than risking losing a weapon at the end of the last one. Because otherwise they have less grenades. So it seems they've spread it out pretty well. And they'll be in a good spot.
You feel the tension, James. It's palpable.
Palpable?
Palpable. P-A-L-P-A.
I'm trolling.
B-L-E. Okay.
Thanks for the spelling bee, though.
You're welcome. So once again, a similar default here from NiP. Not too much pressure towards B main, though. I think they're just playing it slow in case Fnatic would make a play there. But speaking of Fnatic making a play, they'll make it through mid-garage. That is devastating. Lekro, he found the first pick last round, but now he is victimized by JW's push. And such a bold position to go for such a push as well. 50 on round 30. Oh my god. JW. Balls of steel. NiP, though, fought themselves back from worse positions. They are set up to try to pick onto the A side. Crim's in his usual spot. Such a strong position. NiP really taking it slow. Need to be careful not to leave themselves without enough time to do this.
Risky from Crims. Forest taking JW out, I think, towards the forklift position. Crims has been really good on the multi-frag to silence them for. They've got a smoke down towards for the quad push as well, so this is going to look really difficult for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They make it towards the site, though. Res, really important with the frags. All of a sudden, Brolan's the last man standing. The bomb's got to get planted. 20 seconds left. He moves through the main position. They have enough players to cover all the angles. Get right, await the advance of Brolan. Is he good for it? Ooh, 1 versus 2 now. HE flying through, won't do too much damage. There is a potential crossfire situation which could be avoided by him. Draken to get the last kill. We are now in overtime.
NiP have done it. Oh my goodness gracious me. fnatic once again, it feels like victory just slipped between their fingers. Oh, it's got to feel awful, but it's not over yet. They can still take the map, and the scary thing really is that I feel like NiP go into this overtime the better, because they were fighting back for so long, and I feel like they will have found their feet much more than fnatic, who would have felt like, you know what we did, we put ourselves in position to win. It's just like Overpass, we didn't somehow manage to make it work.
It's a great test of mental fortitude for Ninjas in Pyjamas, and maybe the same could be said for fnatic. They haven't been able to close it in normal time, but there's still time to focus and close it in overtime. It's not ideal, it's not what you want, but it's there, it's on the table. Take it! Take it to a third map of Mirage. That is a challenge laid out for fnatic. Ninjas in Pyjamas will see a great opportunity, maybe their greatest opportunity to take this map is in overtime. So they may be focused and ready. Everybody looking calm. Forrest inspecting the nails as there is a technical pause. So you're favouring Ninjas in Pyjamas at this point?
I think it makes sense, yeah. I think it makes sense to do that. I think they got off to a pretty rough start once again, like on Overpass, but I don't think that's... I think Overtime's always a different story as well, because you kind of remove some of the economy elements where you wouldn't be able to play with all the stuff that you want. And I think that was an issue for NiP on their first half as well. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Off we go. fnatic starting with 2 AWPs, big investment, but it has been successful for them. Are we going to see the dry peaks again, the elephant skin peaks? JW doesn't fire the shot. Who knows what may have happened. Brolan with a cheeky peek around. He's ahead of the Molotov, but can't take risks for too long. That smoke will contain. There was a short time where the odd sniper would throw a variation of that smoke to see a gap, but there's a big execution into the B bomb site. But is the bomb going to commit? The bomb's moving away. Get right, trying to bait the players. Big frag on the A site in the meantime. The CT's rotating already. Is there a smoke for the cross? I think there might be.
Once again, NiP running a fake, and Forest gets the all-important pick on the A bomb site. And this is beautiful. 4 versus 4 now as they look to try to make this a reality. Picking up that first T rounds, versus 3 I should say, on overtime number 1 here on Cash. NiP winning that first map. 3 versus 3 now. Flick shot is good there from Draken. What else can he find? Well, he will find an untimely demise, it seems. The twist pushes forwards, but it's all too desperate, it seems, down to exist. 1 versus 2 on the org, pushing forwards, seeing what he can find. But no one's giving themselves up here. Quick pick from Forest. He is sharp as you like. 16 to 15 for NiP.
That frag by Exist from the car position may have doomed fnatic again. They went for that full investment and they've gone for it again. 2 AWPs. Oh, is it 16k? I guess it's 16k. I wasn't looking. Double AWPs once more. So it's affordable this time. The implications aren't what they may have been. Let's see how it continues. The first round in the bag for Ninjas in Pyjamas is basically a reset of the situation. In terms of utility, forced away. No smoke on the boost position as we saw fnatic doing in the first half of normal time. Get right up to his usual grenades. He's ready for a push from Twist. Again, those grenades are very common. They're pretty much default, but the order in which you do them, your behavior around them can't be default. Otherwise, you go down for free. Get Right isn't, so he's ready for the push from Twist.
And it all slows down after that. fnatic, you'd expect them to try to take something. You lose something, you want to take something back. And they're content with having middle, I think, for now. And given the time of the round, that makes sense. And that's going to be a problem there for Broadland. Well, that smoke just tells them, okay, there's a guy down there. There's a dude close, but where? And with only 4 players left, you know, perhaps NiP can start to put the pieces together. Well, they're going to be taking pieces out of the fnatic defense once again as they push forwards onto the A side. JW playing around the side of the smoke around quad. It's pretty awkward. Exists from default as well. These CTs still on the site. NiP needs to push in further.
Get Right's position is very important. He is lurking in that short area. He's been taken out by JW. He's ready for it. That was crucial. Rez with a frag. 20 seconds on the clock. 2 more CTs to find. They're moving in for a trade back situation. And they'll just about get there. 1v1 now. Crims by that forklift position. Swinging wide, and he's ready with the silence then 4. He's got so many important frags for his team. 25 kills for Crims. Very important second round for fnatic.
I feel like Rez is really coming alive as well. We're seeing him be instrumental in some of these bomb site takes. The entry frag has been really good. Well, we've got all the orbs still in play, of course, as you say. Enough money to do whatever the hell you want. Whatever, whenever. And lots of players towards B once again here for NiP. They're going to go quickly. Looks like they may just go real fast into this B bomb site. Twist is playing a forward position. That might be to his detriment. If he was against the default, it would be amazing, but he's not. He's against 4 players. So it's absolutely not going to work out for him. Crims is going to take some tagging there from Checkers as well. That means they know where he is. They don't have to commit into B still. They can still go and rotate out of this 4 versus 4. But Rez is in the bomb site. He's been flashed through the smoke. Looking to try to frag the players from vents here. It's all going NiP's way.
Or is it? Down to a 2-on-2 now. There's still a player on the highway position for fnatic. The bomb slowly moving towards the bomb site. Draken from out of nowhere. Leaving it down to JW. And there's a kill on Lekro. Bomb needs to be collected now. Draken throwing grenades from outside of the bomb site. There's still a minute on the clock, and JW's rotated all the way around towards CT. That bomb, I don't know if it can be seen from CT itself, but he needs to pick it up before JW sees it, and that grenade has not quite gone in the right position.
I was going to say the lineup looks really, really off.
Yeah, and he seems to be convinced of that JW was, well, I mean, he was in the vent, but now he is outside the entrance to B. 27 seconds. Does he go for the fake? No, he's going to commit to it. JW moving into the headshot position. Draken is not going to be ready for this at all. It's going to be free for JW. Rotated so quickly, played it too slowly. And that is fnatic in the lead going into the second half of overtime.
It looked like JW is shooting not on the model there, but that's because the ragdolls are client side as opposed to server side.
Yes.
So
how he sees it,
shooting him in the face.
Yeah, how he sees it is not necessarily how we see it. That can make things weird when there's a ragdoll on top of a bomb for some, but not for others. So like maybe it's plain and very visible to us, but other people are running around in circles, whereas the bomb.
Yeah, I remember talking to the Valve devs about that like a couple of years ago at a major. I was like, yo, probably should fix this. They know about it, but they know about many things. I'm sure they know about the drawing on the map, James.
Oh, I know they know. I know they know. I've had some trolly email responses of late, which I enjoy, but please just fix it. Thank you. Make it happen. Make it a thing again. Overtime number 2. Second half of overtime number 1. NiP with a similar buy to that of fnatic, and fnatic looking to burst into the A bomb site. There are 2 players here. Draken needs to find a kill, but he won't. 2 players alone for fnatic, but they're still alive, and that's a problem.
Nice push from Get Right though with the Orgs. The Orgs are actually really delivering it. Oh my god, look at that. Get right. Fantastic there. Trio of frags found, but now down to Twist with the AK-47. He's going to find one up top as well, as he now tries to circle back around to find Get Right. He was lurking around the smoke. Where else would he be? The bomb precariously on top of the forklift. Twist just going to grab that. He could even book it out of A main if he wants, or through main, I should say, as opposed to just waiting here. Or he could just cut noise, just hide it by the forklift and not move a muscle for a good 30 seconds, see what the CTs do, if anything. But he can't see anything. He's got no information there. Finally got some information, gets the kill, but Rez shortly has the angle.
But which angle? He's on the other side of the forklift looking for the one taps, quickly crosses. I think it may have been spotted crossing, but Rez with the AWP may be difficult. Twist picks up an AWP as well. He has time. Rez with a deep flashbang. He can just keep an eye on the cross. There could be a rotation out of Squeaky, but I think that is a low percentage in this situation. And he goes for the plant once again. Now, no more flashes for Rez. He's got to move into the angle. He walks straight into it, not expecting the AWP, collected on the side, and that will put fnatic at game point.
Yeah, that was really smart. Like swapping out for the AWP in the 1v1, super smart. Get right, there's so much work there. Great movement around the bomb site, great control with the AUG. For it all to fall short. I'm very unfortunate there. Well played by fnatic. I like the call to just beast the A-bomb site. Just blitz it straight away, super fast.
Well then, fnatic will feel that they deserve a third map. Rounds have gone down to the wire once again. Multiple. But it's fnatic with the finish line in sight, at least for cash. Mirage, the decider, should it be required.
We've seen how hard it can be to take a single round, though. We saw NiP saving to play for overtime, James, and they made it work.
Indeed, they did.
This is the same situation.
2 chances, though, for fnatic. And they will take them very seriously indeed. A slow start on the T side for them in round number 5 of overtime number 1. Crim's up in a boost position. Ooh, Lekro presses the QQ. Got to be careful because players are coming out. The trade is there for Brolan. Again with the Krieg being a nuisance.
Yeah, it's satisfying to see players using this weapon now. Oh, what do they do, though? They've got mid control. They can go A or B. And again, NiP, they don't... one thing I've seen from NiP on their CT side is that they don't tend to be too aggressive in spots. They're not that reactive that way. They like to be playing things passively. AWP there on the forklift position. Wrapped off by Draken, just running into highway, completely uncovered. Taken down by the lurker. Trade out, though. 3 versus 3 retake here for NiP.
Get right with the sound cues to the site. Got to be careful. Twist by the forklift position. He goes wide enough to check truck wall. Beautiful from Twist. NiP at a significant disadvantage now. A retake. They've got 2 flashes and a HE grenade versus 3 players. They've got nothing to isolate any players towards the A main position. Twist starting to move in now. Forrest doesn't know where to look first. He's exposing himself to multiple angles as he continues to move forward. Spotted on site. That bomb is really ticked now as well. He charges in. There goes Twist. Oh, the stereo frag's coming in. Brolan just needs to dance, needs to stay alive. Doesn't need to peek. He may just win the round by running around, and he'll get the frag as well. We go to a third map. Mirage will decide it between NiP and fnatic.
Yeah, congratulations to fnatic. You know, they've blown the series wide open. It's really cool because they struggle so much to close out Overpass after getting a decisive advantage. To have that happen again, but then win in overtime, it's got to feel good.
Yeah, it's they're doing it the hard way, fnatic, for sure. NiP will feel like they were close to doing it the hard way as well with a long fought 4-2-0, but it will be 2-1 for one of these teams, and you can see the opportunities that have come and gone in that game. Maybe some jet lag as well from Peter. Well,
yeah, it's a tough road. It's a tough road for both teams.
Yeah.
Mirage is a pretty awesome finish, though.
Absolutely. I think it's a great decider between these two sides. It seems like a good map for both teams. Again, fnatic 100% in the last 3 months. 71%, not too shabby for Ninjas in Pyjamas. The series has been close from start to finish, so maybe it will be on Mirage as well.
Yeah, Mirage is a map which seems to be in pugs these days as well. Like that's the map, which I'm very happy with. Like people are going away from Cash.
I won't play.
Nice.
I won't play Mirage with you anymore. Just runs up ramp with a deagle every round.
Kill everyone.
More successful these days, but I'm not going to take that risk. And it's time to toss things over to the analyst desk. Over to you guys.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.